Well, the UK Prime Minister wasn't in office long enough for most of us to remember her name. This was The View today from 10 Downing Street in London this morning. Watch.
And we set out a vision for a low-tax, high-growth economy that would take advantage of the freedoms of Brexit. I recognise, though, given the situation, I cannot deliver the mandate on which I was elected by the Conservative Party. I have therefore spoken to His Majesty the King to notify him that I am resigning as leader of the Conservative Party.
All right, Liz Truss resigned after just 44 days of mismanagement of the British economy, making her the shortest prime minister in British history. So what do we have to do to get Joe Biden to do the same? Well, let's head over to London. Thomas Mace-Archer-Mills joins us now. Thomas, great to see you. Thomas, I must say, I'm impressed that she realized she wasn't up to the job. She left and said, find someone else. I would love for Joe Biden to come to that realization. But seriously, was she taking the blame for what was handed to her, or was she really bad at handling what she needed to accomplish as prime minister?
Well, she said right there that the mandate, Dr. Gina, was something that she could not actually pull out. She was damned if she did, damned if she didn't from the beginning. And this is unfortunate because we have a government in turmoil. We've got a Conservative Party which is absolutely in the dregs. And we just sit here and say, right, but what does the great British public think? What are they understanding? And the answer to that is they're not understanding much. And that's the absolute craziness of our parliamentary system here. She was given a mandate not by the people of Britain, but by her party, the Conservative Party. The only one that was given a direct mandate by the country was Boris Johnson. And that was to 2025. So this is why you're seeing infighting in the Conservative Party. This is why you're seeing MPs dropping like flies. Prime Ministers dropping like flies, because the mandate is for the manifesto. The mandate is for the leader of the party, and that is a timed term of 5 years. So at this point, Noreen Doris said it the best, that Boris, if you're not going to actually bring him back who had the mandate, then it needs to be a general election. We are in turmoil here, Dr. Gina. And it's really unfortunate because when we look at that special relationship, which we're starting to get away from using that term now with the United States of America, it's really hurtful, I think, to a lot of people on both sides of the pond, because the president, Joe Biden, he's come after the UK. He said some horrible things about likening the British government to what they did to him and his family, as he's all of a sudden Irish. Well, he has British English heritage as well. And then to criticize his counterpart and say, well, I didn't like Liz Truss's tax cuts and all of this, as he's shoving an ice cream in his face. Now tell me that that's statesman, like shoving ice cream in your face, talking about and calling out another one of the world leaders that you work with. So, it's just something that we need to get together here. This is embarrassing for the party. It's embarrassing for the British people. And it's embarrassing for the new king, who actually paraded around the country with his new prime minister to show that not much was going to change. And if the king is smart, he'll say to the next Conservative Party leader, right, you better get it right this time, because I'm not playing this game.